Chicago and the Philippines. A comprehensive review of the week's special community events, featuring many exciting personalities, handled by the most professional Chicago Philippine Reports TV staff.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Chicago Philippine Reports TV, still the #1 Filipino show in the Midwest. I'm Grilly Pascual. Welcome to our show. Today we have all the top stories from the Philippines. We also have what's happening in our own Filipino American community of Chicago. We have interesting interviews led by our very own executive producer, Miss Veronica Leighton. We have Brigitte, Cueter, Carino. All these are coming up and more. Afterward from our sponsors, please stay with us.
It's more fun in the Philippines.
Carmelo has been sleeping on this couch outside their house in Lagayan town since a magnitude 6.4 earthquake struck Abra on Tuesday night. A huge portion of their two-story home was damaged by the tremor.
Nung lumindol, nakahiga ako. Tapos biglang lumindol, ang lakas-lakas. Hindi naman ako makalakad na mag-isa. Hinahanap ko pa yung saklay ko. Pinaghirapan ko yan. Diyan napunta lahat ng ipon ko. Magsisimula na naman ako mag-ipon para pa-renovate ko na naman ganun.
Senior citizens Elizabeth and Rodelio recently had their house repaired after it was damaged by a stronger quake in July. But after the recent quake, their home sustained large cracks yet again.
Takot po kami talaga. Kasi baka meron naman susunod. Madaganan po kami doon, kaya sa labas na lang po kami natutulog at saka nagluluto po.
According to the Abra Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office, 24 houses were totally destroyed while over 2,000 were partially damaged by the quake in the province.
Aggravated, parang nadagdagan. Siyempre may bitak, yumanig ulit, lumalaki yung bitak talaga. Ina-assess po ang ating mga municipal o kaya provincial engineers kung pwede pang i-renovate o kaya totally alisin na lang para mas safe po.
Affected residents are still afraid to return to their homes and have instead set up tents outside as their temporary shelter.
So ito po yung immediate na ginagawa po natin. Binibigyan natin ng temporary shelter, temporary na kailangan nila, pati na rin yung mga food packs and kits, mga sleeping kits nila. So makita po natin dito sa labas, yan po yung temporary shelter po na pinamimigay po natin, yung mga modular tents po. Yung instruction po ni Secretary as well as the President ay kailangan tingnan at tulungan po natin lahat po ng nangangailangan ngayon.
The Department of Social Welfare and Development continues to distribute cash assistance to quake-affected families. In Dingras, Ilocos Norte, 8 families received 10,000 pesos each for the reconstruction of their damaged houses. While in Lagayan, Abra, 7 injured residents were given 5,000 pesos each. In Lagayan, cracks were seen at the Pulot National High School building as a result of the shaking. The newly constructed municipal hall also sustained damage. The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology said 616 aftershocks were recorded as of 7 a.m. Thursday. Of the total, 7 tremors were felt. Fivox added the epicenter of Tuesday's quake was near the West Ilocos fault system.
This is close to the West Ilocos fault system. At that area, historically, at least 40 earthquakes ang na-record na namin from 1589 to 1985. So that area is seismically active.
Data from the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council showed 44 individuals were injured in the quake in northern Luzon. No one was reported dead or missing.
ViaTimes, vital news, vibrant views for the Filipino Asian communities in Chicago. ViaTimes for your most interesting and exciting reading and your party coverages. ViaTime has very interesting columnists. You name it, ViaTimes has it. Law, Filipino news, dentistry, immigration, humor, serious opinions, health, beauty, mysticism, Bata Corner, showbiz, and intelligently written editorials. Call ViaTimes at 773-866-0811.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat and welcome to Veronica's segment of the show. Today, I have a very young, exciting, and very smart lady, Filipina lady, who will be talking about a new organization in this community. There's a new Lions Club, believe it or not, and her name is Lea Agaton. Yeah, right, Lea? Okay.
Yes,
And you
good afternoon.
Good afternoon. And you are the president of the Chicago Nurses for Diabetes Lions Club,
That's
right?
correct. Yes.
You just have that particular group of nurses for diabetes,
That's
special,
right.
right?
Yes.
Sounds to me that it's kind of a specialized group of nursing. Okay, and Lea is here today to talk about this new Lions organization. And in our Filipino American community in Chicago, we have quite a lot of Lions clubs, and under the District 1A of the
That's correct.
International Club. And Lea is the youngest one so far. I mean, the newest organization, and I invited her today to talk about this new organization. It sounds different because it's a group of supposedly a group of nurses working in diabetes cases. Hi, Lea. Welcome to our show.
Hi, thank you for having me, and I really appreciate you taking time to get this interview with to introduce our club.
Okay, so maybe you can talk to us about this newest Lions Club in our community.
Sure. I am really proud of this club. It's a specialty club. We're under the rules and the bylaws of the Lions Club International. So whatever we do, it's always in accordance to the rules of the Lions Club International. So we were formed as a specialty club in October 2020. It was chartered by the past Governor Marilyn McLean. So she created this club in honor of one of the nurses who passed. And she had diabetes, and this was it's for her in honor of her. And so we were so proud that we started as a small group, and now we are slowly growing when it comes to membership. So just going back, we were chartered in October 2020 under a different president. So I was a secretary then. So the term was for 2 years. So the group, because the whole group just decided that we amend the bylaws, because it's normally 1 year, but we amended the bylaws to have a 2-year term, so that we can have the new incoming officer to have time to really learn the process and how the Lions Club works. So that's why when we elected a new set of leaders, we did our election in 2022. Then I was elected as the president. So that's how it all started. And now I started my term in July. And I'm proud to say that we have grown from 15 number of membership to, as of today, 38. So I am just so happy with all the membership. that we are getting right now.
Okay, congratulations. It
Thank
sounds to me
you.
with the name of your organization, it's kind of selective in such a way that you have to be a nurse working in diabetes cases to belong to this Lions Club. Am I correct?
At first, you would really assume it that way, but the reason why it was named as Chicago Nurses for Diabetes is just because we're advocating for those who are diabetics, but that doesn't limit us to really cater to other cases, especially when we are nurses. We cannot just pick, a specific kind of disease. If the disease is there, we take care of everybody. So this club is actually majority would be nurses. They don't have to be specializing into diabetes. They can be in any other fields in the healthcare system. So and we are not also limiting our membership to only nurses, because we believe that anybody can be of service to the community. So we are also welcoming other members, especially like if you are in the healthcare settings anyway, or you are a healthcare professional, actually can really, they can really give in or contribute to the community service projects that we're really having in this club.
Have you been successful so far in recruiting people outside of the nursing profession?
Oh yes, because they see us being so active, because like I said, I started only in July, but so far we have done so many service projects, and people are seeing us in social media and word of mouth through the other members and all the other organizations that we work with. So far we have other members who are, for example, I have a physical therapy who joined us. I have somebody who is working in a medical records. Some are working in a dental office. Some members are a CNA. So we all come from different professions and careers.
So maybe you should have changed the name of your organization instead of maybe.
It's not really. At first, like I was really I myself was questioning that, but because Lions has 5 pillars of services, and they are the environment, hunger, vision, childhood cancer, and diabetes. So one of the 5 pillars will be diabetes. That's why they formed this specialty club to be able to cater to this set of people, this population. That's why we were called a specialty club, because in cases like we needed to do some teachings, education, prevention and awareness and wellness with regards to diabetes. So our club comes in. So they get other clubs can collaborate with us. They can seek our help if ever they have all these service projects that we need. For example, they're doing health screenings or diabetes screening. So they can always ask for our help, since we are all, like majority of us are nurses.
Very interesting. Okay. As a Lions member or the president right now, what are the projects that you have in the offing?
Well, we like I said, we have done in July 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 service projects already, and then in August we have done 7. In September we have done 5. In October, which is a very busy month, actually we are almost like out there almost every day. I think we have 13 in October. And then we are planning to have at least 2 in November. As of now, that is what we have planned, but I'm sure there will be more in November and December. So this is the busiest month of the year for us, especially with all the other clubs having their inductions. And like right now, after this meeting, I will be going to a regional meeting of District 1A. So we're conducting our regional meeting today.
Okay. With the count that you gave me regarding the projects, are those accounts for the people that you have approached with that are sick of diabetes?
Well, it's not only confined with those who have diabetes. Just like what we had, the most recent medical mission we had in October 5, we are collaborating with all the other 4 organizations that we normally work with, and we were chosen, our club, because I'm the one who actually was working with Dr. David De Ramos, the medical director for the Advent Health Glen Oaks Hospital. So we had several meetings, and we had been collaborating with all this big medical mission. And so this mission does not only cater to diabetes patients, but they also have this vision audio screening, which is provided by Lions Club. We have this mobile that goes around, and they do all these patients being checked for their vision and their those who are hearing impaired. So they get screened. And also they provided, COVID booster shots, flu shots, podiatry services. They do health screening. They check your blood pressure, your cholesterol, your blood glucose. So it's a major screening project for the Advent Health. So we were working on collaborating all these organizations, like I said. So it would be the Philippine Nurses Association, the American Nephrology Nurses Association, and the National Hispanic Association for Nurses. So there's 4 of us who have been working together, and together with the Advent Health. So it's a very big group, because they were the medical mission was attended by almost 2,000 people in the community. And it was really very successful at the end of the day.
Are you the only Lions Club that works out there in our community that focuses on health?
Actually, no, because there are other clubs who have a few members who are nurses as well. So these are all clubs that already been, ahead of us. So prior to creating this club. So there are also nurses who belong to other clubs. So, but then, like I said, it may be like a few of them. So if they needed to do a health screening or something similar to what we're doing, like a medical mission or some special projects, then they call for our help. They collaborate with us.
When you say a medical mission, are you planning to visit the Philippines for a medical mission purposes?
Yes, we do. We would. That's a plan. It's just right now we are really still restricting because of the COVID. It's not really over yet, so we are still planning everything. But actually, this medical mission that we are into, they already went to other countries like El Salvador, Dominican Republic. They've done medical missions in those 2 countries. So Dr. De Ramos is actually a half Italian and half Filipino doctor. So he has been doing this for 8 years. So
really?
Yeah. So he's really good at this, and it's not like it's a small population. He's targeting to a really big population, especially in Glendale Heights area. Because the mayor there is very accommodating to the medical mission, where like they provide a special venue for us for free. That way we can cater to the population in Glendale Heights. But we always make a public notice for everyone, because it's free for everyone, so everybody is welcome. So we publicize and we announce it through social media, word of mouth. That way people from other places can also come to the area and be checked.
Yeah, Glendale Heights, that's a suburb of far west, and there are many Filipino Americans living in Glendale Heights, and
Yes.
you can
Other Asians, yeah.
and other Asians, and you can get a lot of of membership there, I guess.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but
And
then when we do our medical missions, our really focus is really to do their checks, and then we are surprised is after the event somebody would contact us and be interested to being a member or being part of the organization, so that it's just really it's just very I'm just very heartwarming. It's heartwarming. Yeah.
how many members do you have now?
I have 38 now, which we started 38.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Congratulations.
thank you.
And
Yeah, I was also like surprised, like, oh my God, I'm just like so happy, like, how people are really reaching out to us to become a member. Sometimes we don't really have to promote and seek for membership, but sorry, they come in, they reach out and they wanted to be a member.
yes, because I guess they are excited because of the purpose of the club. It's not only
That's true.
social. And well, I
That's right.
know I used to be a member of Lions Club, Lioness actually, and
Yeah.
long time ago. But at the time, it was their concentration is just for the eyesight, just one health issues, helping people with um, prescription glasses or reading glasses, and also what else do they do? It's just that helping them in medicating themselves as far as eyes is concerned.
Yeah. And also it doesn't only stop there. When after the screening, it doesn't stop there. So once they get screened and they needed prescription glasses, so we also provide, because we also solicit some used eyeglasses. So there are also some doctors who are willing to donate and provide them with the lenses. So it doesn't really stop just on screening. So it really helps out those people, especially those people who do not have health insurance or vision insurance.
Yes, you're right. Okay, Lea, you are going to be holding your inauguration, or is that the inauguration, your first inaugurations, or your second inauguration?
It
It's
will be
not
my second. Yeah, it will be my second.
your second.
Yeah.
Okay. And so far, what is in the offing? What have you prepared for the inaugural?
Well, we have prepared all our speeches, obviously, and then we are preparing for honoring also our members who have been hardworking to meet our goals and accomplish our missions. So I am just so happy with the members that I'm getting right now, especially like they are really proactive about, and they have the passion to really serve as well. So I'm just excited about that night, so I can at least reward my hardworking members.
One last word, if you want to invite some members of our community to your inauguration, or
Oh,
for
thank
your
you for doing that. Yes, of course. I am just so proud to present our club. It's not only about induction, which is about the oath taking ceremony, but it's all about fun and entertainment. So we'll be providing dinner and dancing, of course, and some performances that are also going to be happening. And of course, we will be introducing our club and presenting to you what are the activities that we have done so far. And this is just really going to amaze you how, I mean, we ourselves were amazed, like how did we even do and accomplish all these things? Because it's just a lot since we just started only in July, so it will be like almost 2 months, and yet we have accomplished so much. It's just like, we have touched so many lives. I think we have made a difference to people's lives, especially when it comes to awareness about diabetes and promotion about the wellness and education of all the people in the community. And with regards to that, I would really, really want to see everybody, witness all the success of the club. And we just want to invite you to celebrate with us on October 21. It will be at 6 p.m. and it's going to be at She Hotel in Arlington Heights. And it will be there will be nominal donation that you could help the club. Our goal is to raise funds, but this would be in our goal is to procure some of these blood pressure machines, stethoscopes, thermometers, things that we can use for our health screening and diabetes screening. And like I said, we work with the American nephrology nurses. So they provide us sometimes like all these equipment, but we want to be independent and work alone. So this is our goal. And for us to do that is for us to be able to come up with all this equipments that we would need to accomplish all this screening and diabetes and kidney screenings that we are planning to do.
I salute you, Lea.
Thank you.
You really amaze me. The way you talk, see if you're really, really passionate about what you're doing. And
thank you.
I wish you good luck and congratulations for your
Thank you.
Keep us posted.
Sure, we will definitely. And we're really so proud to present our clubs and with all the accomplishments and the services that we have been doing. And because I think it's just within me. I've been doing services since I was high school. So I think it's just in the blood already. I don't know.
Yeah, I would think so. It's in the blood. And it shows.
Thank you.
And
I just hope, I don't want to disappoint everybody, but I'm trying my best. I'm really trying my best, and I'm trying also my members to be really more engaged and involved in all the activities and the service projects that we're having. Like I said, even if they're not nurses, I have some projects we did adopt a park where we went to a park and cleaned the park. So we were picking up trash. So in that part, we don't need to be nurses, but we all work together, nurses, and no matter who you are, regardless of color and age and all that. So we are welcoming everybody in this club.
what drove you to be a dedicated community servant like this?
Well, first of all, I think I got it from my mom's genes, because I've seen my mom really helping out a lot, especially when it comes to churches. Because I'm also part of the church too. I'm a member, and then also I'm a member of the committee for the American Nurses Association. So besides this, I'm also doing other organizations, and I'm also on a board of director for the Philippine Nurses Association of Illinois. So and then I also perform, because whatever I can do and I can contribute to the community, I just do it. I perform, I dance for their events. That way, they don't have to pay for some talents during their inductions. So that's what I do.
What kind of dance do you do? Do you do folk?
I do folk dance. I do everything.
Social dancing and folk dancing.
Yes, except for ballet. I'm not into ballet dancing.
I would like to see you on Saturday.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
Yeah, we will be performing. It's a bonding time for the members and the officers. So we will be performing on our night. So I'm so excited to see all my members dance with all together.
Oh, you prepared the dance numbers then, huh?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And we try also to be out there on all social medias. You would probably see us, on TikTok as well. We do TikTok, because we have younger generation members as well who would love to be doing entertainment. So everything that that's available.
Yes, you are the active ones. Okay.
Yeah.
So, people to contact for our viewing audience, if they want to become a member of your club.
Oh, they can always, my phone is always on. They can call me, they can text me, they can, send me a message through Facebook. And my phone number is 847-912-3354. And then we have our website that's we're creating right now. But at this point, we are only using the e-club that's free from the Lions Club International. But we are working on our new website since we have already, come up with some funds that we can pay for the internet services and the, the hosting for our website. So we are working on that one. So you would, wait for that. So all our updates are going to be there. And we also have our Facebook page. It's the Chicago Nurses for Diabetes Lions Club. And we are also on Twitter. We are also on WhatsApp. So all means of communication, we should be there. So it's not hard to contact us. And all our officers are also, available if you need. And you can always communicate with us anytime.
And of course, you got, for the traditional media, you got ViaTimes and Cprtv. You're now on Cprtv, and in this issue, I read about you in ViaTimes.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate, for us to be able to voice out and promote our club, because I know we can be more of help to the public. So we want to reach out to, the greater public so that we can be more of help, because I know we can do more.
Great, terrific. Miss Lea Agaton.
It's more fun in the Philippines.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat, and welcome to Veronica segment of this show. Today, I have a very interesting person, and you will hear from him in a few seconds. And his name is Mr. Mark Albers. And Mr. Mark Albers is running as a candidate for state representative for the 15th district of Illinois. Did I say it right?
That is correct. Thank you.
Okay. Help me welcome Mr. Mark Albers. Mr. Mark Albers, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
As you are a candidate running for state representative in our state, can you please tell us what is the coverage of this district, the 15th district that we're talking about?
Yeah, so this district covers most of Morton Grove, about half of Niles. It touches on a bit of Park Ridge, and then we go into the northwest side of Chicago, such as Sauganash, kind of follows along Lehigh. So it's a pretty diverse and a very irregularly shaped section of Illinois.
What is the number of voters in that area?
So there's 110,000 residents, and about 2/3 of them vote or are eligible to vote.
I see. Okay, and you're running under the flagship of Republican Party, right?
That's correct. Yes.
Okay, that's a very good party.
Thank you.
Yes, I know. But anyway, Mark, what drove you to run for an office in the state of Illinois?
Well, I grew up in Illinois. I grew up on the south side of Chicago. Then I moved to the north side of town. when I graduated college and took a job up this way. So I currently live in Morton Grove. I've dabbled in politics locally. I was actually elected to the Morton Grove Library Board several years ago. And it gave me a pretty good background into, what is government all about in a smaller and lighter way. I had the opportunity here this year with all the problems that are happening at the economy with safety, families and such, that I wanted to run for the state representative slot because I felt that we needed a representative that goes to Springfield that actually represents our values and our concerns, and not necessarily a special interest candidate, which has kind of been what they've had here for close to 60 years.
Okay, so when is the election?
The actual election is November 8th, and early voting for the most part is going to start on, I think it's October 24th. Some early voting has started already, but it's really going to kick in beginning next week.
Wow, pretty soon.
It's here. Vote like your life depended on it. So, yeah.
Yeah, Mark, what is your agenda or your platform for running?
Yeah, so when you're out there talking to people, if I were to just touch on, just say the highlights of what people are talking about and what I'm concerned about, you've got safety and security being mostly first and foremost. We're concerned about our own safety and our family safety. Families and parental rights, very important to me, because as the schools were closed for the last 2 years during the pandemic, we learned a lot about what the students were actually learning in school. And I think it's time for the parents to really get involved and take that curriculum back. Illinois is taxed, if we're not the highest, we're the second highest taxed state in the nation. So I do not, and I will not foster more taxes or any tax increases or more fees or any new fees. If anything, we need to cut taxes. We need to cut the gas tax. We should really eliminate the tax on food like they do in Wisconsin. And Wisconsin does well without a tax on food. And also, when you look at our real estate taxes, they're really high. I'd like to adopt some of what they do in Indiana and set that maximum real estate tax amount at 1% of the assessed value of your house. So a $300,000 house would cost you $3,000 in taxes, not necessarily 12 to 15, which is what we're paying here now. So corruption is a problem in Illinois. Almost weekly, you're seeing somebody getting arrested or accused of doing something wrong. Reckless spending at Illinois, we spend far more than we take in taxes. And when they tell you they're going to balance the budget, well, they do that by increasing taxes, not by cutting spending. I want to cut spending so we can cut taxes. Healthcare is a bit of a problem. It's expensive. I'd like to open that up to more providers so we get lower cost healthcare, more people involved in healthcare, better healthcare, better quality healthcare, and eventually it's going to cost us less. There's also a little problem with mental health. So along with funding the police departments fully, I think we need to kind of couple that too with funding of for more mental health. We've kind of forgotten that segment of the population. I think it's really important we come back and address that there's some problems there. We work with the police, we fund them, we just do better overall, makes us all safer. There's a pension crisis too, which I'm sure you're aware of, being an Illinois resident. We owe a lot of people a lot of money, and we need to figure out how to fund that. They actually did work and they do deserve to get their pensions, but we need to take a new, better look at how we do that. So we need to pay that off. And really, those are kind of like the top of mind things that I would like to work on.
We heard you, Mark, and wonderful. It's really nice because you're going to be representing a diverse community out there. And those are the real nice issues that we really have to well, to really know and understand and how to fight all those taxes that's going higher and higher every day, and other issues about the schools and mental health and health, other health issues in the community. But can you please tell us why? Can you tell us about your background? What is it that you have decided to run for a political office?
I put myself through college. I worked full-time while going to school, almost full-time. I've always been somebody who wanted to give back. I came up here to Morton Grove, 35 years ago. And after I met my wife, we got involved in our church. So I was the president of the Parish Council of St. Martha's. I was also on its parish finance committee. I got involved in the Morton Grove Chamber of Commerce. I was a board director. I was on its marketing committee, and then eventually elected to be the president of the board. So I've always liked to serve people, and I'm not looking for anything in return. My parents kind of instilled hard work and service in me, and I've always wanted to help others. And while I can't do it with money like really rich people can, I can kind of do it with some time and talent. So I think that I can do more for the community higher up in the political spectrum than if I was just some smaller local politician. So I'm hoping I can bring some, let's say, reasonable judgment to the position down in Springfield and help make things better for everybody.
Great, terrific. And well, Mark, I wish you good luck and congratulations on what you're doing and in trying to help our community. I really thank you for gracing our show today. One last word to invite our viewing audience to participate in this coming up election.
Yeah, so please get out and vote. The early voting starts now. If you would be so kind as to vote for me, you would punch number 42. That's 42 on the ballot. If you'd like to learn more about me, you can go to my website, which is albers415.com. It's ALBERSFOR15.com. And I would greatly appreciate your support.
Terrific. And remember, punch 45?
42.
42.
42.
I'm sorry. 42. Okay.
42. You got it.
All right. 42. All right. So don't forget 42. Punch 2.
You got it.
Or Mark Albers.
Yes.
All right. Very good. Thank you for gracing our show today.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate that.
We really appreciate you too. Okay. And bye now and paalam in our language.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
This is Mark Albers, and I'm running for state representative in District 15. I will fully fund public safety and law enforcement. I will reduce taxes and fees. I support families and parental rights. I will stop indoctrination, woke studies, and comprehensive sex education in grades K to 12. On your ballot, punch 42 so I can fight for you in Springfield. Thank you.
We would like to welcome all of you to Baladna Jewelry. We have a very big selection of 21 karat gold jewelry imported from the Middle East, from Dubai, Saudi, and Bahrain. And we have a very big selection of diamond. We offer free financing for 6 months, and we have a layaway system which you can leave your stuff for 3 months. We repair gold and we buy old gold. Welcome to Baladna Jewelry. Salamat po.
Hello, Cprtv viewers. This is Pastor Ed once again coming to you from Faith Family Worship Center in Chicago, Illinois. I just want to share with you a short devotion, and I'm going to read a few verses from Colossians chapter 3, verses 12, 13, and 14. And these passages tell us, in verse 12, therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Verse 13, bear with each other and forgive one another, and if any of you has a grievance against someone, forgive as the Lord forgave you. And then in verse 14, and over all this virtues, put on love, which binds them all together in perfect unity. I just want to title this devotion, Designer's Clothing. Designers, I'm talking about God, our designer, the great designer of the universe and of nature, and the creator of all life. He is the great designer. But for these particular passages, I just want to share something about what I would call the designer's clothing. And as you can see in verse 12, it says, therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and beloved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. And so this verse tells us to clothe ourselves or put on the designer's clothing. And the one thing that you will notice right off the bat from verse 12 is that Paul said, therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved. So don't forget those three things. We are God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved. And once we have a relationship with God's Son Jesus, we are called holy, dearly loved, and chosen people. And this designer's clothing that I'm talking about is they don't easily wear out. Okay, unlike the physical clothing that we have, over time they will wear out. But when we clothe ourselves with the designer's clothing, namely compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, patience, forgiveness, and love, they will never wear out as long as we keep on using them, we keep on applying them in our lives. They are eternal. They are part of us. And also, the designer's clothing is something that's not so expensive. Okay, you don't pay for this. It's free. It's been bought by the Lord Jesus Christ at the cross of Calvary. Because once we receive Christ as Savior and Lord, then the life of Jesus begins to live in us. It's no longer I that lives, but Christ who lives in us, Galatians chapter 2, right? And so Jesus purchased our salvation, our redemption. And as holy, chosen, and beloved people of God, we have this available clothings, designer's clothing, compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, patience, love, forgiveness. And these are beautiful Christian virtues or Christian graces that we can put on every single day. Every single day. And the other thing I'm going to talk about, this designer's clothing, is that, people tend to say dress to impress, right? But in this particular designer's clothing, this is to dress to bless. This is to bless other people, to be a channel of blessings, and to show compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience to others, forgiving them, forgiving those who hurt us. It says here, bear with each other and forgive one another if any one of you has a grievance against someone. And then It says, forgive as the Lord forgave you. And over all of this, put on love, which binds them all together in perfect unity. So love has to be the foundation. Love has to be the motivation. Love has to be at the forefront of all that we do, because that's what makes it authentic and genuine when we show compassion, kindness, humility, patience, gentleness, love, and forgiveness to others. And so these are beautiful passages. I hope you are blessed upon hearing them, or I would encourage you to read Colossians chapter 3. These are wonderful, anointed, blessed words of God. So thank you again for joining us. God bless you, and until next time.
Good afternoon. This is Brigitte, Carino, Cueter, bringing you this week's local news from our community. The Illinois Department of Public Health reported that more than 1.1 million Illinoisans have received a dose of the new bivalent COVID-19 vaccine since they were approved for use in early September, including 207,000 doses in the last week. Since the approval of the updated booster shots, daily vaccination numbers have been trending at the highest level since early February, during the major surge in illnesses caused by the Omicron variant. The new bivalent vaccines are designed to offer added protection from the now dominant strains of the Omicron variant. The announcement comes as the CDC released data showing that 26 counties in Illinois are at an elevated level for COVID-19, up from 16 a week ago. This includes 3 counties at high community level for COVID-19. IDPH is reporting 11,955 new confirmed and probable cases of COVID-19 in Illinois, including 43 deaths since October 14th. A new study from the Cook County Treasurer's Office reveals that hedge funds, private equity firms, and others are exploiting a loophole in Illinois' property tax law to make millions of dollars in profits, mostly at the expense of Black and Latino communities. These investors, known as tax buyers, have helped shape the arcane section of the property tax law they now use to their advantage. They have drained nearly $280 million from Cook County taxing districts over the last 7 years. Of that, 87% came from Black and Latino communities. Investors from all over the country are drawn to our tax sale like it was the California gold rush, said Cook County Treasurer Maria Papas. They're getting rich from struggling communities. The money they make from the law they helped rewrite should be going to schools, parks, police departments, and other government agencies. The Minority Business Development Agency has announced $1.75 million in grants to 7 minority educational institutions as part of an expanded pilot program to support entrepreneurship for undergraduate students. These grantees join a cohort of 4 other minority colleges and universities awarded in 2021. The Minority Colleges and Universities pilot program will help fund the development of curricula, pilot courses, seminars, and replicable products and tools that address inclusive innovation, entrepreneurship, and general economic development. Grantees include historically Black colleges and universities, Hispanic serving institutions, tribal colleges and universities, and Alaska Native and Native Hawaiian serving institutions. Foreign nationals who illegally crossed over the U.S.-Mexican border continue to be bused from Texas to Illinois. WTTW reports city officials said 145 more immigrants arrived in Chicago since Monday. That brings the total to over 3,500 people. Mayor Lori Lightfoot has promised to welcome the migrants with open arms, but has relocated some to nearby cities. Some Illinoisans deposited their $50 state rebate checks only to have banks reject them. One man told a Chicago TV station he was then charged a $12 return check fee. The payments are part of an election year program launched by Governor J.B. Pritzker and Democrats to issue one-time tax rebates. Officials explained the checks didn't bounce due to the lack of funds, but ink on the routing numbers smeared, rendering the checks worthless. The Bureau of Labor Statistics released updated unemployment numbers for the 50 states and Washington, D.C. The list shows where each state was during September. Illinois finished 50th on the list, only ahead of the District of Columbia, and had an unemployment rate of 4.5%, which is unchanged from last month and still higher than pre-pandemic levels. Bryce Hill, Director of Fiscal and Economic Research for the Illinois Policy Institute, explained the Illinois job market in a recent podcast. We are still missing nearly 89,000 jobs, 1 in 9 more than any neighboring state besides Wisconsin, Hill said. Payrolls are also 1.5% lower than during COVID. Hill said the state's handling of COVID-19 has hindered the job market. That's all for today. Thank you for watching our news this week. This is Brigitte. See you next time.
Yan! Dito na! Perfect!
And that's our show for today. Thank you all for watching Chicago Philippine Reports TV. We hope you will stay safe and enjoying this day with your family and friends. I'm Maria Girly Pascual. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay and we'll see you back here next week.